Alright, hey, this is Mega here, and welcome to another Toyota Rav4 Prime video, alright? So in this video, we're going to change the transmission fluid in my 2021 Toyota Rav4 Prime SE, okay? So I'd already done the differential fluid, or the rear transaxle, or rear motor drive unit, whatever you want to call it, man. I've already done that. If you're interested in figuring out how to do that, I have a separate video on that, so check that out. That is one of the two hybrid transaxles that you need to change the fluid on, okay? So according to the car care nut guy, he says that you should change your hybrid transmission fluid, all right, transaxle fluid, every 60,000 to 90,000 miles if you want it to last a long time, all right? In the manual, all right, there's a warranty maintenance guide, all right, that it tells you, after how many miles that you should do the XYZ, service. Well, at the 60,000 mile mark, all right, and I'm at like 61,000 or something, okay, guys. At the 60,000 mark, under like the severe conditions portion of the thing of the services, is to change the transmission fluid and the rear differential fluid, okay? So it is in there, and if you and Hayes Mega tows with his Rav4, all right? I do a lot of towing with it, so that's one of the severe conditions, all right? Is what I'm going to say, okay? So, but if you cared about your hybrid and you want it to last a long time, your CVT transmission, then yeah, you should go ahead and change it, all right, guys? It's not cheap. The fluid isn't cheap for it, all right, guys? So the fluid that you need to use is ATF WS, all right? The actual stuff that you got to do to change it is actually very, very similar to like changing the gear oil in a manual transmission, guys, all right? It's literally the same thing. You just use the ATF fluid, okay, guys? And for the front transmission, you're gonna need like 4.4 quarts or something. So have 5 quarts with you, okay? So I went and bought that. I will put a link in the description where I bought that. That's pretty much all you need. That, and then you're gonna need, bam! All right, you're gonna need some gaskets. All right, for some reason I only have one. All right, I used 2 of them already. So Hayes Meg is just gonna change the drain plug, and then I'm just gonna reuse the fill plug. Okay, guys. All right, and so the process should be similar to the differential. It's gonna be a little harder, all right, guys. There's a bunch of covers that gotta come off. There's all these covers on the front, all right. The back, there's only one cover, okay. The front has a bunch of them you gotta take off. I'm not 100%. I think there's like 4 covers. There's 4 things you gotta take off, guys. It's a real pain in the butt. I'm not gonna lie, all right, guys. However, I'm thinking that you don't have to take them all off, all right? So we'll find out, all right? This is my first time doing it, so you guys are learning the same time I'm learning, okay? But it definitely helps if you see somebody else do it, and that's why I make these videos for you guys, okay? All right, and then another thing you're gonna need is a fluid transfer pump, I think, all right? There may be a way to do it from the top, but I bought a fluid transfer pump just to do the differential, so I'm just gonna use it for the front as well, okay? And make sure it's a clean one, all right, guys? So I bought one just for the automatic transmission fluid, so like I don't, taint it with other lubricants. Okay, guys? Okay, and so with that, let's get on with it. And another thing you're gonna need is a drain pan, all right? So have that ready. So the first thing you gotta do, guys, is find the place to work on your vehicle, all right? That's level, all right? So I'm on a driveway that's sloped like this. Okay, you're looking at my Rav4, it's sloped downward, all right? So what I did is I put some ramps on the front of the vehicle. So let's go check it out. Okay, I'll go over the tools after I talk about leveling the vehicle. Okay, guys, so it is very important that you have your vehicle on a level surface, all right? So I'm not gonna lie, the ideal place to perform this service would probably be on a service lift, okay, guys? So it jacks the whole car up, and it's nice and level, all right, guys? So this is the next best thing, all right, guys? So if you remember, my driveway is sloped like this. So I put ramps underneath the front, all right, guys? So there's the ramps, guys. Okay. So what that does is it levels it, and so since the rear of my RAV4 is lifted, it actually makes it level. All right. So with the differential, I had to jack it up. I had to jack up, I think, the front to make it level. I didn't have to jack it up at all. Okay, guys. So if it's not level, guys, you're gonna want to jack up one of the ends. All right. Just do what you can to level it. So how do I know it's level? Check this out. All right, I got a torpedo here. Okay, guys. The torpedo. I don't know if this is 100% true, guys, but if you put the torpedo right here, you can see it's pretty much level. All right. I had to get my vehicle square in the driveway to get it like that, but the bubble's right in the center. All right, on the stands. Okay. If it's not, like, let's say the front, let's say the back is too low, it'll be like that, right? So you're gonna want to jack up the back, and then that'll bring the bubble thing. Okay, so if you have a jack, if you need to lift the back up, all right, guys, there's a jacking point on the back. All right, man, right there. Okay, guys, right over there. Okay, that's where you would want to jack it up. Here's some of the stuff that you're gonna need. All right, there may be more. You're gonna need 5 quarts of ATF WS. Like I mentioned, all right, get the stuff from Toyota. Okay, guys, I'll put a link in the description where you can get them. If you can get these gaskets, it's okay to reuse it if it still looks fine. All right, guys, but if you can get gaskets, I will put a link where you can get these gaskets. Okay, it's the metal one. Okay, guys, and then you're gonna need some 10mm Allen head sockets. Okay, guys, because you're gonna need to torque it. So. And that's where the torque wrench comes in. All right, so all right, and then I think you're gonna need like a 10mm socket or something to get these covers off. All right, so here is the service manual for this. All right, and these are the covers that got to come off so we can get to the transmission. All right, because they're blocking the way. Okay, and then this is the procedure to do it. All right. Okay, so here in very small print, it says the hybrid fluid transaxle standard capacity. All right, the hybrid transaxle fluid capacity is 4.4 liters. Okay, guys, or 4.6 quarts. So that's why I have 5 of these guys. Okay, hopefully I've got a little more than 5, so I have some left over from the differential. Okay, and it's pretty simple how you do it. It's like you're doing a transmission. All right, guys, a manual transmission. Hopefully I can figure out which one is the right drain plug, because it looks like there might be a bunch of them. Okay, and then yes, you're going to need a fluid transfer pump. Okay, that's what I'm going to use. Okay, guys. For the Prius, I use like a funnel. All right, you may be able to use a funnel. We'll find out. Okay. Okay, so let's get this knocked out. Okay, guys. So these are the tools for success for the first part of the procedure. Okay, guys, you're gonna need a 10mm socket of some sort, and then something to pry the clips out with. Okay, so here we go. So let me show you what is going on underneath the car. All right, because I just looked at it and I understand why they want you to remove this stuff. Okay, guys, because there's one panel stacked on top of another, and you got to take one off to get the other off. All right, so. Okay, so the first thing we got to do is remove the front fender splash shields left and right. All right, so let's go ahead and do it. That's these guys right here. Okay, and if you're working underneath the car, you should wear eye protection. All right, guys. Okay, guys, so this is how it's gonna work. Eventually, I think we got to get this guy out. All right, why they couldn't just make an access port so you can easily do this? Because I mean, it's not something you do very often, but you know, you're still gonna do it, right? So this is the front splash shield. This is the kind of other splash shield, the bigger splash shield. These are the side flat splash shields. All right, and then there's another one called an apron seal, and I think it's up here, guys. All right. Anyway, so they designed this in a way where like you got to see this one is touching this, and these are holding the front thing in. All right. This has got to come off, so this will come off, and then this will come off. All right, so because like this is stacked on top of this, and this is stacked on top of this, all right? So that's why you got to remove these first, all right? And then remove this, and then remove that, all right? And there's another one here on the side. Let me see if I can get to it. Okay, and then so this is the last one, all right, guys? This is the apron seal is what it's called, all right? And so I guess you need to take that out so you can get to the side of the transmission. So you can stick the filler plug in there, I think. I'm not 100. It doesn't look too hard to get off, so that's got to come off also, okay? So, all right, so first, we're gonna take these splash guards off, all right? The side ones, all right? Let's do it. Okay, this one looks pretty simple. It's just 3 screws, all right, guys? Either 10mm or you could use a Phillips head screwdriver. I think that's like a number 2 Phillips. It looks like it's the bigger one. All right, I'm gonna use a socket on impact. Okay. Okay, and I think it should just come out now. At least I think. Oh, there's one on the side too. What a pain in the butt. You know what? I don't think we have to take the whole thing out. I think we just enough to take this cover off right here, guys. All right. So I'll leave that there for now. We may have to take it out later. Okay, let's do the other side. Okay, here we are on the left side. We're gonna take the 3 screws out on this side. I was wondering why you had to do all this stuff to get that, but that's what you gotta do. Okay. Marvel are all the stuff that is in your undercarriage. Okay, that one didn't come out. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Okay, and then you can pop this off. Thingamajigger. Oh, okay, the third one came out. Okay, just pull it out and then it comes out. All right, we had to take out one more screw to get this out, but I think we can just leave it hanging. That's what I'm trying to do anyways. Okay, the next thing we gotta take out is the front splash shield, all right? That's that front plastic cover, all right, guys? It says it's gonna take six is something. It looks like 2 screws and 6 clips, okay? So, good luck, guys. That's the third one, all right? The front, oh wait. Oh, the front apron seal is supposed to go first. Huh, okay. Well, that was the first one. But anyway, so it says remove number 1. So the next step after the splash shields is the number 1 engine cover. All right, the number 1 engine cover is, yeah, that one. Okay, so this one has got to come out next, the front one. Okay, so according to the diagram, there is 6 screws and I guess 2 bolts, all right? So you've got a 1, 2, 3, all right, 4, 5, and then there's another one, a 6 foot there, okay? And then there's two bolts right here, 1 and 2, right where the cross member is, where you jack up, put the jack on. Okay, so I'm gonna go and take those out. I'll try my best to get a video of it, guys, but no promises. Okay. It's just a 10mm socket, guys, so just a little impact dealie will help a whole lot. All right, guys. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's the 6 in the front, and then there's 2. One right here, and one right here. Okay, and supposedly that cover should come off. Okay, I think you gotta move it, shift it or slide it forward. Okay, guys, slide it forward, and it should just come out. I hope you did it right. Okay, I guess you can peel the bumper back a little bit. It's a chin spoiler, whatever you call it. Okay, and then just pull it forward. Okay, there you go. So the front number 1 engine cover, or the front cover, is off. All right, guys, there it is. Whoop. And I can clean it. Okay, I think I've located all the fasteners. So there's a 1, 2. All right, 2 bolts. All right, 1, 2, and then it said there were 7 of these clips, but I can only find 6 of them. I guess we'll find out when I actually take it out. But all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. I don't know where the 7th one is. I will find out when I do it. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it out. All right, guys. So these 6 clips, all right, they're the ones that you got to take the ones that I hate, man. You have to pry the top part open. All right. And then wiggle it out, and it should just come out. Supposedly. Okay. There it is. All right, I just got 5 more to go. All right, and this is easy. This is just the socket. Okay. Okay, here it goes. Good luck, Hayes. Okay. Try not to break any of the clips. All right, I'm gonna take these sockets out. There's a bolts out first. Make sure you're keeping track of the bolts and where they go. Okay. There's the 2 bolts. Alright, I've already taken one of these guys out. I wish they could have just made an access panel so you can just do this, but nope. It's not a common maintenance thing. Well, I guess Toyota thought it wasn't important enough. Okay. What's convenient is this is the only ones holding it up. So, these are the only clips that we're taking out. The rest were you use a socket or a screwdriver to take it out. Okay. Also, another thing you'll notice is that I've got the cat shield. I hope that doesn't make a difference. All right. If you don't have a cat shield, then you won't have anything here. Okay, guys. Okay. I think that's it. I don't see any more. Oh, there's one more in here, underneath the cat shield. Well, that sucks. Oh yeah, there is. Okay, guys. So here's the problem. There's a clip back here underneath of my cat shield. All right, it's right here in the center. So that's where the 7th one is. All right, that's why I couldn't see it. It was hiding underneath the cat shield. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get it out without removing the cat shield. Alright. I'll just have to pry at it, and then the whole thing should just come out. There we go. I got it. I got it. This won't come out. Oh, there we go. Okay, I got it out. Somehow. Alright, so it should just come out now. I think. Okay. Oh, there's another one here. Oh, I should just take the cat shield off. It said there was only 7 of them. You know what? I'm gonna have to at least take these front bolts out. That's my guess. Oh yeah, there's another screw back there. And it's hiding underneath this cover, man. All right, guys. I gotta take at least the front part of the cat shield off. So that's what I'm gonna do. All right, guys. So if you got a cat shield, try to take the front screws off of it. Okay, I gotta get the key for it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the front bolts. for the cat shield. Okay guys, if you have the version 1 cat shield, you're gonna have to remove most of it, alright? I think there's only one bolt literally holding it up right now, guys. Alright, so what's the word? There's a screw. Yeah, there's a bolt, alright. But let's get underneath it. Okay guys, this is on the left side. On the left side corner, oh shit, that thing came off. On the left side corner, there's a bolt holding it to the other panel right here. Alright, that's gotta come off. Alright, it's one of the, I think it's one of those screws or something. It's not really connected to anything. What the heck? Okay, so I'm gonna take that out, and I'm gonna have to use a ratchet because I didn't take the shield out all the way. Alright, but there should be enough room to get a ratchet in there. I believe it's right here. Okay, what I might do is just not, I just might not put it back in. Alright guys, let's see, this is what it looks like. Okay guys. Okay, so there's 7 of the clips, there's one of these screws, and then there's 2 bolts, right? And then I think it should come out now. Hey, there we go. I did it. Success. Okay, and there we are. Alright, marvel at the engineering underneath here. Have I been underneath here? Oh, I have when I do the oil change. Okay, so, and then there's another thing we gotta, why do we have to take the one out on the side? Is that where the fill plug is? Yeah, let me go figure out what there's a bunch of drain plugs everywhere, man. There's one here, there's one here. Alright, and then you gotta take something out on the side here. I'm not 100% where it is, okay. Anyway, there we go. Okay, so I got the cover out. That's what the cover looks like when it's out, okay guys? Excellent. Now I can clean out all those rocks and stuff that have gone under there. That's a engine, front engine cover number 2, I think is what they call it. Right. Okay guys, so I figured out what's what. Alright guys, here's your oil pan. Alright, to the left. So the back of the vehicle is that way, okay guys? So this is the oil pan. This is your drain plug right here. And that is your fill plug, all right? That's the fill, and that's the drain. Plenty of space to work on it. Hallelujah. Unlike the differential. So in a way, it's easier to perform the task, but it's harder than the differential, okay? Because you got to take the covers off. That's the biggest problem. But other than that, the drain plugs and the area you're working in, you've got tons of room to work in there, okay? So unlike the differential where there's like no space to work in there. Okay, so that's it. I verified it using the service manual, alright. How I found out is there's this thing here, and the diagram was upside down, and it said this is the drain, and that's the fill, okay? So, alright, so we're going to go ahead and take the filler plug out first. Okay, so before we do that, alright, hopefully you've run your vehicle a little bit today. I did drive today, so it's a little bit, the transmission's a little warm. So I'm going to go ahead and put the drain pan underneath. Alright, there we go. And just in case it spills out. Let me get some gloves. Okay guys, so I've got my 10mm socket here, alright, the 10mm Allen head socket on a 1/2" breaker bar. Alright, a big one. Big boy. Alright, we got plenty of room to work with, so I don't foresee us stripping anything, okay guys? Oh, that's not want to go in there. You gotta get at the right angle, man. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, make sure it's in there. All right, it is. All right, and crack it open. All right. Also, before I opened it, I should have cleaned up that area around it. Okay, before you crack that open, clean up the area around it. You know, that way, so when we're working around there, we don't get any dirt in there, okay? The drain plug you probably don't need to do it. It'll clean itself. But yeah, you could do the drain plug too. Okay, I'm cleaning the drain plug also. Okay, just wipe any dirt that's around that area out, okay? Okay, alright, so it's already loose. I'm gonna go ahead and take it out, and hopefully will not make a mess. If it's filled to the right level, there shouldn't be any fluid coming out of that. Okay, nothing came out. There should be a gasket. Oh, there, the gasket stayed on there. Alright, go grab that gasket. Okay, and since I'm going to reuse this gasket, just make sure you put it back on the way you found it, alright guys? So, just like that. Alright, so I got the filler plug. Alright, it should be like a kind of red liquid, alright guys? Not pink, or like a kind of like a darkish red, alright? If it's something else, then you did something wrong. Alright, and now, so now we know nothing's going to come out of there, right? We're going to remove the drain plug next, okay? And this is where it could get messy, guys. I'm going to move my camera back because I destroyed my other camera doing this. Just like the filler plug, we're going to remove the drain plug. Okay, but this one is going to make a huge mess. Okay, make sure it's in there all the way. Okay. Oh, damn! It's in there tight, yeah. Woo! Alright, then make sure you got your drain pan ready, man. It's just gonna come out like a torrent, man. Okay, there we go. Okay, minimal mess. That's how I like it. Alright, it's a kind of reddish purple liquid. Oh boy. The vent wasn't on my thing. So like almost 5 quarts of fluid is going to come out, guys. Alright, and it looks like it's pretty clean, man. So it looks kind of like a Robitussin. Is what it looks like, guys. Alright. That's what it looks like, guys. It's still draining. Okay, so let that drain for like however long it takes to drain it all, and then we're just gonna fill it back up. Okay. Alright guys, so yeah, make sure it's the kind of reddish purple liquid, guys, not pink, alright? If it's pink, you're in trouble. That's the coolant, okay guys? On the Prius, it's very easy to mistake the transmission plug for like the coolant plug, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna let that drain for like 10 minutes. This would be a good time to change your oil too, because the oil pan is like totally exposed. Okay, I'm gonna let that continue to drain all the way, and in the meantime, I'm gonna go clean these covers. All right, they've got like all sorts of dead bugs and rocks and stuff on it, so yeah, it's a good opportunity to clean up. Okay, so I've got my transmission pump ready. All right, and then get your. This doesn't have a magnet. There's no magnet like the differential. I just realized that. So there's nothing to clean here, guys. There's no magnet to clean, but I would clean that out. Okay. See, there's some goo on top of that. All right. So that's the drain plug right there. All right. Get your torque wrench ready. Get your your new gasket ready if you bought some, and get your transmission fluid ready. Okay. All right, guys. It's been about 15 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean the the drain plug. All right, this is the drain plug. We're gonna have to clean the filler plug eventually. All right, if there's any kind of goop in it, clean it out. That's pretty clean already. I honestly didn't think we need to change this at all, man. It looks fine to me. Okay, so I'm gonna replace this gasket here. Okay, so I'm gonna chuck this guy. Okay, I got my new gasket right here. I'm going to do it with the flat part facing the transmission. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's going to crush it, guys. That's the way it works. Okay, so now it's ready to go back on. Next thing to do is wipe the area that the oil is draining out of. Make sure it's nice and clean before we put the plug back in. Okay. And then I'm gonna go probably let me stick some of this up in there to make sure we got everything. All right, and then so the other stuff won't come out when we're putting the plug back in. Okay. To make sure you don't leave any of it in there. Oh wow, there's a lot that came out. Actually. Whoops. Okay, it's like you know, when you got a bloody nose type of thing. Okay, and then wipe the mating surface, drain plug up. Okay, then we're gonna put the drain plug back in. Oh man, see, some fluid just came out. I don't like them apples. It's still bleeding. It's still bleeding. Just nice and clean. Put the drain plug back in. Okay, I'm gonna just tighten it by hand first. Okay, and then now we go torque it. Okay, so I got my torque wrench. Torque is 37 foot-pounds, guys. Okay, I hope you guys can see that. It says 37 foot-pounds. Alright, make sure it's in there all the way. Or else you're gonna have to get a new drain plug. Okay. Okay. Should be good. Alright, so we're all done with that. Now we gotta go fill up the transmission. Okay, get your fluid transfer pump ready. Alright, and your fluid, okay? You're gonna put in about 4.4 quarts or something it says, so just under 5. Now, you could probably do it with the funnel, like you could do with the Prius, but it's way back there, guys. So I would just use the fluid. I'm gonna use my fluid transfer pump because I bought it. I bought it just for this. Okay, open the first bottle. All right, don't worry about it spilling out of there for the first 4. Okay. Oh, what a huge mess this is, guys. All right, so I'm gonna put the hose in the hole. All right, make sure it's good. It's in there a good amount. All right, there you go. Okay, and then when you see that sucker spilling out there, then you know you're at the right level. Okay, just like a manual transmission. All right, here's the sucker part. I'm gonna put that in the bottle. Okay, and then pump away. I'm gonna get tired, man. Okay, I'm trying to get this on video, man, but no promises. Okay, the first bottle. And get the next one ready. So you just guzzle that, guys. There's the hose. Okay, that's a second one. Okay, I'll start moving these empty bottles out of the way. Well, there's still a lot in some of them. If you have some left over, just pour it into another one. Okay. This is tiring, man. I like the funnel better, guys. All right, anyway. Okay. Put it in the third bottle. And make sure these hoses are in there too, man. You don't want them to pop out. Okay, that's 3. Oh, there's still a lot in this one. Yeah, this one's pretty empty. Right, you're gonna have leftovers, guys. Don't worry. I think. Okay, 4th one. Okay, this is number 4. Okay, we shouldn't see anything coming out yet. It should easily take 4. Oh wow, damn, that was fast. Oh, it's coming out already. There's some weeping out already, guys. I'm not sure if that's right or not. Let's pull the hose out. All right, and then see if it starts weeping out. It's weeping already, so maybe you just need 4. It's stuck in there. Okay. I'm gonna put it in just a little bit. All right. I'm gonna clean that up, and we're gonna pump some more in. Okay, guys. I don't think it's full. Oh wait, it's still weeping. Let's just pull it out first. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys how to check the level, guys. So, here's how you check the level. Just get your finger, stick it in there. All right. Oh no, you need your pinky. Oh, it's already wet. All right, get your pinky finger because the hole's small. All right, get your pinky finger, put it in there straight, and just leave it, dip it in a little bit. All right, yeah. Ooh, maybe it is full. All right, only one way to find out. Keep on filling it. Oh, there's still a lot in here. Okay, this is gonna keep on filling it, and if a lot just starts coming out of there, then we're fine. Okay, I didn't put it in all the way, so there's already stuff coming out of it. Okay. Oh yeah, a lot's coming out now. Okay, see there's a bunch. Oh, there's a lot weeping out now. Okay, I think we're full. Okay, see how it's just weeping out a whole lot? We're good, guys. so that's it. It only took like about 4, not even 4. So maybe there was still some in the transmission or something. Okay, so just let that finish weeping. And then I'm gonna get my fill plug. All right, get your fill plug and clean it. Okay, I get my fill plug. Make sure you just clean it. Make sure it's nice and clean.
Alright, make sure you don't lose the gasket if you're reusing it. Alright, and if you got a new one, well, use a new one. Okay, gasket's on there. Alright, so what I'm going to do is wipe that fluid off. Okay, oh, it's still weeping. Yeah. That's just put the fill plug back. Alright, it might be overfilled, I don't know, man. But I'm going to go ahead and put this back in. Maybe, I don't know, maybe at the factory it's different. I'm not sure, man. That's a lot less than it says in the book, man. That was only like 4. That's like, yeah, just about 4 quarts. Not even 4 quarts. It was like less than 4. So I'm surprised. Okay. All right, and then go wipe all this. Okay, it's gonna make a big mess here, but it's not too bad. We got this bracket under here. Okay. Okay, you still got your torque wrench set to 37, right? There it is. Okay, so go ahead and torque that to 37 foot-pounds. Oh, what a mess. All right, make sure it's in there all the way. Get this stuff out of the way, man. Okay, that's 37. Let me squish that gasket some more. Okay, and then we're done. So just clean up that area so you don't make a big mess. Right, yeah, there's stuff all over the place, man. But yeah, make sure you clean it up because you don't want dust and dirt and stuff to get attracted to like chemicals. The ATF. Okay. Clean it well. Okay, and then we're all good. So I'm gonna go clean out the bottom of the. I'm gonna take out the drip pan and all that stuff, and then we'll go start putting the covers back on. All right, and then we're pretty much done, guys. All right. Okay, I'm gonna put this more back cover back on. Yeah, I think this is supposed to go. So there's a little. Right, so right around here, there's a little. There's a little fork, a little tang you can stick in the hole here, and it'll hold the front up. Okay, guys. But you're gonna have to slide it. I gotta slide it under the cover first. All right, and then put it there. All right, and then the cover will hold it up. I think. Okay. All right, and then go ahead and put the 7 clips back in. I'm not gonna put the center one up here, so it's easier next time. This one. To move it around a little bit to get it the holes to line up. Oh, I can't get it in. Alright, just start putting clips back in. Okay, and then eventually it'll hold itself up and it'll be easier. Okay, 6. And there's a 7th one here. Ah, you may as well just put it back in. I lost it. Okay, whatever. Okay, so there's a there's one of these screws. The one that was on the corner that was hard to get out. Alright, and we'll see. I'm gonna attempt to put it back in. Alright, guys. It should be easier if you don't have that cover, guys. So it should be. Should be right around there somewhere. It's like right here or something. Okay. Okay, it's kind of important because it holds this part in too, so I'm gonna put it back in. I didn't want to put it back in, but yeah, I'm gonna very carefully use the ratchet to put it back in. Oops. Okay. Not super tight. Okay. Okay, and then the 2 bolts that are in the front. Okay, the 2 bolts that are in the front. I think this is supposed, so this part here, it's got to be underneath this plastic thingy here, okay, so this should be underneath here, okay guys. I'm going to press up on the cover and it should like straighten it out because it's kind of crooked. It's like bowing or something. Okay. Let's put it in my hand first. Okay, there's one on the left. Make sure this plastic part is underneath this plastic part. Yeah, it's pretty easy to put back anyways. Okay, this is the other front bolt. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to push all these pins in, lock them in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, guys. Got that? So it's all locked in now. It's not going nowhere. There's supposed to be a 7th one. I don't know what happened to it, man. I lost it. It's here. It's underneath the shield, so I'm not going to put it back in. Alright, guys. And speaking of shield, I'm going to go put that back in. Okay, I'm going to go tighten the bolts now. I'm going to press up on the cover so it straightens out the cover a bit. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go do the other one. And press up on the cover so it helps straighten it out. Okay. There you go. There's still stuff in here. I just cleaned it, man. Okay, I'm going to go secure my cat shield now. So if you have the version 1 Miller cat shield, you're gonna have to put it back, okay guys? So, if you have the version 2, you don't have to worry about it, alright? The version 2 just covers the cat, so. And if you don't have it, then don't worry about it, okay? Alright. Okay, so get the front cover number 1, and get ready to put it back on, alright? So, if I remember correctly, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 in the front, and I think there's like 2 in the back, okay? So 6 of the self-tapping screws, and then 2 bolts. All right. So, sorry, this is the best view I can get, guys. All right, so just put everything in my hand first, and then you can really crank on it when you get them all in there. Okay. I made sure and cleaned it up. Okay. I think it's got to go. You've got to slide it. Oh, you got to slide it under the lip of the bumper, okay, guys? So it's got to go forward like this, all right, until you can see it line up with the bumper tabs, all right, and then you can just put the thingy, put the bolts back in. Okay. Sorry, darkness is upon us, guys. Okay, I've got all the fasteners right here. I'm gonna put the 2 bolts in first. Oh, so there's another. So, let me see. Yeah, right next to the right rear bolt, there's a thing that you got. It's like a one-way kind of dealy. All right, you just press it. Oh, you slip it in there. Slip it in the hole. Okay, guys. Sorry, that's the. Okay, see this? See that? Just make sure that's in the hole right here, all right, for the cross member. Slide it forward, okay, and then go ahead and put the bolt in. That's the only tricky one, I think. Oh, it doesn't want to go in very well. Okay, just try your best. I think I got it. Okay, you got it? Yeah. Good. The rear bolt's in. Okay, I'll leave it a little loose for now. I'll try to put everything in by hand. Okay, also make sure these splash guards, they go over the front shield, all right? So don't put it underneath it when you tighten it. Okay, yeah, so see how this one is just hanging here? That's how you want it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten them. All right, not tight at all, okay? Some of them tighten a lot and some of them don't. Okay, I'm going to tighten the back ones now. Okay. Okay, they're not very tight, guys, so don't have to really wail on it. All right. Okay, and then you're going to put the splash guards on. So there's a little hook thingy here. All right. It's got to go. You got to hook that onto the splash guard. All right. There's a hole for it. Right there. Okay. You won't be able to get it in either anyways. If you can. Okay, so it's one. I only took 3. There's 4, but I didn't take the whole thing off. Okay, guys. So I just left the 4th one on there. That's why it's just hanging on there. Okay. 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 Remember, not super tight, okay, guys? Just snug. What I might want to do is go through with do it by hand, all right, to just double check, all right. So okay, we're gonna go ahead and do the other side. Okay. Go ahead and plug this in here. So it's very important that you keep organized, guys. Or else you won't be able to find stuff. Okay. Okay, that should be good. And yeah, we're done. Pretty much. I gotta finish putting my cat shield on, but don't worry about that. Okay, guys, and with that, we're done. I'll have another clip, the conclusion clip, right after this one. All right, but yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, I put the back, so it goes the back cover, then the front cover. All right, and then the 2 side ones. All right, the 2 side ones you can do whenever you want. Okay, guys. All right, but I'm gonna double check to make sure they're all tight. All right. 10mm socket works great. Alright, hey, Hazebig here, and so that is how you drain and refill the transmission on a Toyota Rav4 Prime, alright? More specifically, a 2021 Toyota Rav4 Prime SE, okay? It might be the same for the hybrid, I don't know, man. So I wound up using 3.5 quarts, alright? So I had the 5, right? It says
it says it was 4.6 quarts, guys, and I only wound up using 3.5 quarts. All right, so there's like an extra quart that's missing. All right, guys, I don't know why. I had the vehicle as level as I could get. All right, now maybe it was pointed. Maybe the vehicle was leaning back a little bit. That would cause it to spill out early. Okay, but yeah, I filled it up and it just started weeping. Okay, guys, so. It's either that or there was some fluid still inside the transmission, all right? We didn't get all of it, okay? So it's the same thing with the differential. The differential, I came up a little bit short also, okay? So we probably didn't get all the fluid out of there. That's my guess, okay, guys? There's probably still some hiding in there. I'm sure if we shook the vehicle around, you know, we could probably get it all out, but yeah, okay? So anyway, 3.5 is what I used, all right? But I would have 5 handy, all right, guys? So I have plenty of extra. I have 1.5 right here, okay? Plenty for next time, all right? These are expensive, guys, okay? So I used 3.5 out of the 4.6 it said it had, okay? And then so the way to check it is you stick your finger in the hole, and then you move the first knuckle down a tiny bit, all right, 10 millimeters, right? And if you have fluid on your finger, then you're fine, okay? So I think it was fine because when I pulled it out, it just started weeping out, okay? So that's how you know it's full, all right? If you have the gaskets, go ahead and replace them. If not, I reused the filler plug, guys, okay? Because I was missing one. All right, so next time I'll make sure I have it. All right, when we get to the 120,000 mile mark, okay? This guy helps a whole lot. All right, so the transmission is a lot easier than the differential. All right, guys. In respect to, you can actually get to all the plugs easily. Okay, the differential, the filler plug is like it's so hard to get to. Okay, guys. So yeah, check that video out if you want to know how to do it. You should do them at the same time, okay, guys? I did it like 100 miles ago, okay? So I just don't have time to work on the car, man. That's how it is, all right, guys? It took me about 2 hours to do it, all right? If I wasn't shooting video, and if I had to do it again, I know where all the bolts and stuff that's got to come out. I could probably do it in an hour, okay? That's my guess, all right? And so the important thing is make sure the vehicle is level as possible, okay, guys? And then yeah, it helps if you have like an impact driver like this with the 10 millimeter on it, and you gotta have a torque wrench, all right, for the filler plug and the drain plug, all right, with the 10 millimeter Allen head socket, okay. I've got the one with the 1/2 inch. I just so happen to have one, all right, and then a screwdriver helps, all right. And then I used the torpedo level to help level it. All right, I used the door sill to make sure it was level. All right, and it was. Okay, guys. All right, I'm guessing since the the vehicle was in a certain way, we couldn't get all the fluid out. Okay, so that's like I mentioned earlier. Okay, so that's it. All right. If you have a Miller Cat Shield version 1. You're going to have to undo most of the bolts, all right? I didn't remove the whole thing, all right? If you don't have a Miller Cat Shield version 1, then it should be easy, okay, guys? There's the 2 that's hiding in the back, the 2 bolts. I lost one of the clips. I don't know where it went. Hopefully it turns up, all right? And then I'm going to I still got to double check all the bolts and stuff, all right? And then so the last thing is to check if there's leaks, all right? There's no way to really I think there's so in the manual it says there's a way you can run the oil pump for the transmission. I don't know how to do that, okay, guys? I think you have to have a special computer to do it. Just drive it and take a look underneath there, okay, guys? There shouldn't be any fluid under there because you cleaned it all up, right? Okay, so the transmission, easier, it takes more fluid. The harder thing about the transmission is that you have to take all those stupid covers off, okay? It's actually not that hard because most of them are bolts, okay? You can just use a 10 millimeter to take it out. And then there's 7 of those clips that you got to take out, all right? And I lost one of them, so. Okay, and then and you have to remember the specific order it goes back in, all right? So when you take it out, you got to put it back in in reverse order, okay, guys? So it goes like you got to take the side splash guards off, then you got to take the front cover off, and then take the back cover off, right? And then when you put it back, you got to put the back cover back on, put the front cover back on, then the 2 splash guards. Now there was some kind of apron thingy that goes on the side. It says to take that off, but I didn't take it off, guys. I don't know why they told you to take that off. I didn't do it, and it was fine, okay? Also for the splash guards, I took 3 of the 4 bolts holding out. There's one on the side. You could take it off and the whole thing will come off. But I left the one on the side and I just left it dangling there, okay? And it was fine, alright guys? And then you don't have to worry about losing it and all that stuff, alright? And that's one less bolt to worry about, okay? If you just leave it there, okay? Alright, and then the last thing to do is take it for a test drive and make sure there's no leaks. And then I'll have to go do this again in 60,000 miles, okay? But the fluid that came out, it looked pretty clean. The transmission doesn't have a magnet on it, okay? The differential, it does have a magnet for the drain plug. That's what I noticed, alright? So just make sure you clean up those plugs really well when you put them back in, and make sure that everything is nice and clean, and then yeah. That's it, alright? You don't even have to clean out the little magnet thing because there is none. Okay, guys? So, yeah, it's a pretty robust transmission is what I'm going to say. That fluid still looked really good. Okay, so I don't know why I changed it. I feel like I wasted some money. Type of thing, right? But that's fine. So, according to the car care nut guy, 60,000 to 90,000 miles is where you want to change it. Okay, guys? So don't be in a big hurry if you go over 60,000 because you still got another 30,000 miles to go. Okay, and when you do it, you should do the transmission and the differential at the same time. All right, if possible. I did the differential first. It's easier to get to, all right, but like I said, the transmission is actually easier to do because of where the plugs are located. Okay, and make sure you don't. It's pretty straightforward where the filler plug and the drain plug are. All right, especially if you watch my video. Okay. If you take up some kind of plug out and you see some pink fluid coming out, you drained the wrong one, okay, guys? So, and on the Prius, it's very easy to do that, all right? So the Rav4, I didn't do the wrong one, okay? So I did it right. Okay. Okay, and so that's it, all right? And like I mentioned, it's part of the severe service in the warranty manual, all right? It's one of the severe services, okay? And since I tow a lot with my Rav4, I would count that as severe service. Okay, so that's why I'm gonna go. That's why I went ahead and did it, right? And I want my Rav4 to last a long time. Okay, so that's why. All right, so I'm gonna go do it again in another 60,000 miles. Okay. All right, so I hope this was an educational and entertaining video. I hope you guys learned something. That's how you change the oil on your hybrid transmission. Okay, on a Rav4 Prime, right? If you want to learn how to do the differential, I've got another video for that. So I will put a link for that at the end of this video. All right, check it out. All right, you're gonna, yeah, I think I bought 8 quarts total. All right, so yeah, you gotta buy 8 if you're gonna do the front and back. Buy 8 quarts. All right, you're gonna have. I have like 1 full one. All right, so maybe you can get away with 7, but it's better to have more than less. Okay, guys. All right, thanks for watching. Here's Meg out.